Greetings, fellow detectives. This is Wizard Kitten 774 bringing you commentary, clues, and cookies, and we are continuing to play Nancy Drew Secrets Can Kill, and this is the remastered version. So we are at the point where we have just finished this puzzle box. All you have to do is move this piece over, and that is what the puzzle should look like. So we do that, and here we have school computer login information for Aunt Eloise. Login name Eloise Drew and password Oh Wise Elder. Very, very clever, Aunt Eloise. So that's all we need to do in the safe now. Can go explore. There's a few fun cookies in Aunt Eloise's living room here. Oh, and the picture of the original puzzle box in the original Secrets Can Kill is actually sitting right here above Aunt Eloise's couch. So that's kind of a neat cookie and a neat throwback to the original. Lots of other cookies in this one as well. We have Nancy Drew Yellowbacks in this chest here. A couple quarters hidden in the blankets. And if we zoom out and look at some of Aunt Eloise's books, we have this one, with a key to the teacher's lounge. Want to grab that. Aunt Eloise's TV. That'll be important later. And then this book here has a lot of cookies in it. So it starts with Nancy Drew, Message in a Haunted Mansion with a reference to the Bandit's Treasure. Land O'Lakes Theater is a reference to Treasure in the Royal Tower. Brady Armstrong is a reference to the final scene. And then it just goes in chronological order throughout this book. Like Glam Glam Magazine is Danger by Design, and Big Island and Mike are from Creature of Kapu Cave. So it's actually a really cool little story. And it also has the names of some of the upcoming characters in The Captive Curse, which is a case later on. So it has Carl, and it has Lucas and Renata. So those are all names of characters that will be in that mystery. Then we go over here. Get some... Oh, there it is. There's a coin. Some of Aunt Eloise's reminders. One, talk to Jake about library books out of order. Might need to look into that. There's a book over here that you can look at as well called Hidden Clues Are Everything. Or no, Hidden Clues Are Everywhere. And then we have this story about a haunted ghost bridge, which presumably means something, but I'm actually not sure what, and it looks like there's a code on the bottom here. And that's about all we have here, so why don't we go explore some other places, see what we can find. Oh!
Nancy Drew, Detective Beech here. How are you?
Good, and yourself?
Frustrated, Nancy. I need some leads, and you're my man. Woman, teen, student, whatever. I'll be at Maxine's diner. Come see me when you found out anything. All contact should be through me.
Can do. So what's our cover?
Our what?
Our cover. Who should I say you are if anyone sees us and asks?
Oh, right. I'll be your uncle. Uncle Steve. I gotta go now. If you need anything else, come see me at Maxine's. I'm wearing glasses and a green striped shirt.
Alright, so Uncle Steve, or Detective Beech, or Contact, is at Maxine's diner, so why don't we head over there, meet him. So this is Maxine's diner. Kind of a cool little 50s themed diner. If we look at the menu here, we see some colored letters. Those are a code. If you want, you can take the time to spell those out. And then we're going to start seeing these all throughout the game. A symbol for an element with a direction on the side. And you're going to want to write down or take pictures of every single one of those because they will be important for the end of the game. Let's see, what else? Some cool art. Oh, here's another menu. If you go over here in the corner, this is actually Nancy Drew spelled backwards on the jukebox. Some music from previous games that you could play if you felt so inclined. Barnacle Blast is from Nancy Drew the Haunted Carousel. Aggregation is actually an upcoming game that you will see in The Deadly Device. So that's a hint to a new game. And let's go over here. This is our contact, Detective Beech, aka Uncle Steve.
Uncle Steve!
Nancy! Why, I haven't seen you since, for a long time. How's your...
So I'm very good at this.
Aunt Eloise. Oh, she's fine. And Dad says hello.
You're staying with your aunt, right?
Yes.
So, what do you got for me?
Well, I was hoping you could debrief me on the investigation.
Oh, sure. I'm just a bit... Well, my undercover assignments are usually not so... suburban.
I understand.
The victim was a senior named Jake Rogers. As usual, none of the family, teachers, or students know about any enemies he may have had. Nothing came up from searching his home, computer, cell phone, or locker. His bank records tell a different story. He had a fairly large savings account and a lot of cash deposits. We suspect he was involved in something shady. Drugs, gambling, or blackmail. That's where you fit in. Talk to the students and see what you can find out. We think he might have kept information about his activities in a notebook or journal, so keep a lookout for anything like that. Anything else?
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
So that's Uncle Steve. If you ask me, probably the creepiest character in any of the Nancy Drew games. Definitely an oddball, that Uncle Steve.
Welcome to Maxine's. I'm Daryl Grey. I don't think I've seen you here before.
My name's Nancy Drew. I just moved down here.
Then you'll be attending Paseo Del Mar High. I'm your student council president. If there's anything you need, just let me know.
Thanks. I might just take you up on that offer.
So, what can I do for you?
Tell me about Maxine's.
Maxine's is the best diner in Florida. The place is usually packed. I guess all the police that were camping out here scared the kids away. Now there's just a creepy old guy hanging around wearing an ugly green shirt.
Even Daryl thinks he's creepy.
Daryl, that's my uncle.
Oops. Oh, sorry, Nancy. Quick, Daryl, change the subject.
That's okay. No offense taken. You said there were a lot of police here. What happened?
One of the students was murdered in the school last week.
What happened?
Someone beat up this guy, Jake Rogers, and then threw him down a flight of stairs. He worked here, but I didn't really know him. He kept mainly to himself.
That's terrible.
I know. They only now just reopened the school.
Who did it?
No one knows, and the police are keeping pretty clammed up about it. But my resources say they're calling in some special detective. Maybe even the FBI.
Wow, you must have some special contacts.
Just special enough to see beautiful women like yourself.
What's that supposed to mean?
What do you mean?
Get it? Contacts? I'm wearing contacts that let me see pretty women. I should get back to work. Nice meeting you, Nancy.
Nice awkward silence there.
Talk to you later.
Bye, Nancy.
Gotta defend Ned. Good old Ned Nickerson. Alright, so let's just waltz into the back room here, since that's a totally acceptable thing for people to do when they go to restaurants. Let's see. Looks like we have some cans over here. What's over here? Ooh, a ladle that we can pick up. That's cool. Ooh, dear Daryl, I need to break off our date to the Sadie Hawkins dance. I'm very, very sorry, but something suddenly came up. Connie. Looks like Daryl got stood up. Too bad for Daryl. What else do we have? Over here, we have this cutting board with "Watch Out" carved into it. That's a little unsettling. We can look down here. Oh, look, some wire clippers or whatever these are. Uh-oh. Oh no, gas leak. Ah! So that's what that puzzle is for. You're supposed to grab the ladle, use it to replace the wire clippers, because you're going to need those later. Definitely a safety hazard, but I'm not going to judge the diner, so... We got a coin over here by the schedule, and another one of these chemical elements and directions. We need to write that down.
Looks like something was removed here.
Code here in the bottom. Oh, hey, nice. They get paid every Saturday. That must be nice. If we look over here, we find another chemical element that we need to write down. Mercury L3. And a note from Jake Rogers. That's the student that was murdered. And another code down here at the bottom. Very interesting. I'm assuming this is one of the ciphers where if you take the first word and the third letter in that word, then it will give you the letter that you need and it'll eventually spell something out. I haven't taken the time to do that, and I'm not entirely sure if it goes along with this letter, but that would make sense to me. And that's all we can look at in Maxine's Diner. So now that we've met Daryl and Uncle Steve, why don't we go to Paseo Del Mar High and see who we can find there. So here's Paseo Del Mar High School. Home of the Fighting Manatees, apparently. Some trophy cases. This is just the entrance lobby. So as you're navigating through the high school, there's a few things you want to look out for. These billboards. You need to make sure you look at every billboard and find the little note on each billboard that you can look at. So here we have this one. If you read it backwards, it says up, down, left, right. The first letters will help my plight. And then there's some more chemical elements with a direction to write down. Looks like helium U2. Here we have Jake's locker. Too bad we don't know the combination. I wonder if we can find that out somehow. Let's keep going. Another bulletin board. Here's the note. Find the morning edition and discover another crime. The answer is in black and white. To who will do the time? Interesting. And then another element and direction for us to write down in our handy dandy notebooks. There's another one. Let's see, what do we have here? Another element and direction, and I actually haven't taken the time to decode this clue. Oh, maybe I feel like the letters for discover are in there. No, there's no C. I don't know. You can take the time to decode it if you would like. I'm sure somebody else has done it as well if you really want to find out the answer. But it is not essential to solving the mystery. Here's another one. So these are all reflection codes. You can write down our element and direction. So, nowhere to turn to, nowhere to hide. Let the books in the library be your answer guide. A symbol of kanji worn with great pride reflects big secret that someone must hide. Probably a big secret. To keep up his... Ooh, what on earth is that? To keep up his something. Even if it... Okay, so he did what it took to make his grade, or to make the grade, even if it meant cheating to keep up his... Oh, charade. Interesting. So these seem to suggest that some people are not being as honest as they should be at Paseo Del Mar High School. This one you can just read backwards. If anything happens to me, look in my chemistry book, page 305. There seem to be lots of cryptic codes around here, especially if anything happens to me. It makes it sound like Jake knew that he was in trouble. We have a pop machine over here. If you want to get one of the endgame awards, you need to drink every kind of pop. What do we have over here? a judo poster, get a jump on education. And then this guy.
Whoa, a new girl at school. Do you realize what destiny has brought you today? Yours truly, Hector Sanchez. But you can just call me the Hulk.
Why would I want to do that?
The Hulk?
You are new around here. I play for the Manatees, one of the best teams in the state. I leave the others in the dirt, man. Soon it's college ball, and then the pros. Showtime.
Who are the Manatees?
Paseo Del Mar's mascot is a manatee. Don't tell me you're afraid of a little sea cow.
Of course not. I know what to do if I come across a manatee.
Yeah, just sneeze and it'll swim away. Seriously, the Manatees are a great team at a great school. Everyone is cool, except for a few punks like Jake Rogers.
Jake Rogers?
I knew Jake, but I didn't hang out with him. Sorry, can't talk now. I gotta go to practice. Later.
That sounds a lot like you're avoiding something, Mr. Hulk Sanchez. Alright, well, we can keep exploring the school. Let's go down this way. Have another bulletin board here. What do we got? Aha! So this is just a simple alphabetic substitution code. So the third letter in the alphabet goes here, the 15th letter here, and so on. It actually spells out, let's see, cool, pop, spot, grape. And that is a code that you can put into the pop vending machine in order to make it do something neat. We'll do that in a little bit. I'm just going to write it down. Cool, pop, spot, grape. I wonder what that could possibly do. We have a little reference here to the Pharaoh. That's actually from one of the Nancy Drew Dossier games. Lights, camera, danger or something like that. Let's see. Aha! Oh look, another pop code. And another element and direction. Let's see. Grape, orange, cool. Will play the alarm in the school? Interesting. Grape, orange, cool. Well, we'll have to try that later too. Perhaps that'll come in handy. Over here you can see some really cool art honoring some of the games that Nancy Drew fans actually did, like this one from The Secret of the Old Clock, this one from Warnings at Waverly Academy, this looks like Secret of Shadow Ranch, White Wolf of Icicle Creek Lodge, another Waverly one, just some really cool fan art. Legend of the Crystal Skull, ooh, coin in Nancy's magnifying glass there. And here is the library, so we have a key to unlock it. And let's pause here before we explore the library. I'll see you in the next video.